Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where there is a king who is crusading, kind of against us, but mostly against Sweden, and we're just gonna let them handle it. We'll show up if we need to, but for right now, I'm far more interested in consolidating some power, and more specifically, consolidating some cash. That is going to be very, very necessary. Now, I do want to see... It'd be absolutely awesome if there were some decisions that we could take to boost our cash rather than our prestige, because we are now in a situation where we don't need prestige, and I keep scrolling, but we have so much prestige, we do not need prestige. It's honestly kind of irrelevant at this point. We do have some powerful vassals, that is true. We need to make ourselves more powerful, though. That's what we're working on right now. We are, of course, working towards acquiring the early medieval era. And we're making some progress there. We are working on our development in our capital, which has now reached 11, and is about to surpass our previous capital, actually. Which is currently at 12. But that's okay. And we're also just kind of saving up cash to construct ourselves a castle over here. We need 185 gold for that, and we're making 6.7 gold per month right now. We also are going to need cash to bring our men-at-arms back up. Oh, hello. This is a battle in the Crusade here, and we're actually kind of wrecking the Crusade, but I'm not participating in it. They can do what they want. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, this is free. Like, we don't need to participate. They've got this. They outnumber them more than 2 to 1. So yeah, we are just not going to participate in the slightest. Okay. This guy died. We lost some stress because of it, because we were his rival. That's fantastic. Now, we do have this shrine over here, and we should consider what to build in it, but I'm definitely more interested in just getting the base holdings done first. That's kind of the expensive part, and then we can think about upgrading. Now, none of these are upgradable, even if we had the cash currently, because we lack the tech. They were upgraded from our tribal holding, so that's fine. And realistically, again, like I said in the last episode, we are most interested long-term in our troops here. So, this is just for cavalry. Perhaps making our troops better is what we need. This is in our realm. So that's fascinating. We do have an empty chancellor position here, though. And I think this guy is the obvious choice. He's not the best diplomat, but he's also not terrible. And this would get his opinion of us up quite a lot. So, we'll do that. That'll keep him out of trouble, hopefully. I do want to check in on the status of the Crusade. This is going absolutely fine. Yeah, this is not a problem. We're not going to participate. The Catholics, they're below our notice, honestly, at this point. So we are at 2 of 5, currently. 4 of those is because we are Emperor, and 1 is because of Ledger, so none of them is because of our stewardship skill. We pay him 85, and his taxes come up. We could try a diplomacy challenge. That's really bad odds. We can make him angry, or we could just keep his current contract, and I think that's what we're going to do for right now. Our odds were not particularly good on any of those other things, and paying him, ultimately it might have worked out, but I'm kind of more interested in the short term right now. Like, we need to have Hergeld and War Profiteer ASAP. We're still 9 months away from our next perk. We do have a couple of perks over here in Scholar, and that's pretty much just for increased development in county efficiency. It's the only thing we were looking for, is to catch up our development in our capital county here. So that's fine. There are factions targeting us, but none of them are particularly powerful right now. Actually, this one is. King of Bohemia is the problem here. They can send an ultimatum in 17 months. We can work on swaying him. And I believe he's the faction... Well, he's a faction member. But he's also the only faction member that is at all powerful. So, that's fine. I think we'll just start swaying him. We could also potentially offer him a ward, like our daughter. And then I would want the recipient to be him himself. Or his wife? Yeah, that would gain 15 opinion of us, guardian of our relative. Don't convert faith, or don't convert culture, but maybe faith? No, faith is fine. This is all good. Okay, that'll boost his opinion of us by 15. Excellent. Okay. Or at least it should have. Did it boost his wife's opinion of us? Oh, +5 per month. Gotcha. Well, we are also working on swaying him. It will take about 2 years to do. They can send their ultimatum when? 14 months. We may have to pay this guy off. I would really prefer to not do that. 150 gold for 13 opinion is rough. That's really rough. I would very, very much prefer not to do that. We need 105 gold to construct this castle. And I would really prefer to do that over paying off this jerk. Low county control in Pomerania? It's going up. That levy reduction hurts a bit, though. We may actually want to have our court chaplain, or is it our... Who is it that improves control? It's our marshal. We may want to have our marshal improve our control over here. How much is that going up by? Does it say in here? Okay, that's actually a big effect. Good to know. That's a very big effect. And how much total do we need? 400 gold for this? Okay, so we're missing 85. Sounds good. Yeah, getting our control up here would be nice. Just for increasing the taxes. I mean, that's a 25% malice right now. So I'm okay with that. We do want to think about these buildings, of course. But right now, I feel like that's a little bit outside of the scope of what we're trying to do. I do want to check in on this faction. Okay, they can send their ultimatum in 8 months. We may end up having to pay this guy off. Sway scheme would gain progress for 25 gold. I'll do it, but I'm not happy about it. Okay, we're going to grab Airgeld here. Giving us 10% vassal tax contribution. That'll help us make back that money. But our sway on this guy is, He mostly wants a seat on the council. What's he good at? Nothing. He's good at nothing. He's best at diplomacy. But he's just absolutely bad at everything. We could offer ourselves as the guardian of his son. Now that won't, I think, give us opinion, but what it does do is it gives us... It's not his primary heir, is it? Actually, yeah, that is his primary heir. So that gives us some leverage in case he decides to do anything nefarious. Now, he is still eligible to join factions. They can send an ultimatum in 5 months. We have a 31% chance of imprisoning him. I mean, we could... in theory, do something like this. He would not accept matrilineal, but that's okay. We don't really care about these inheritable traits, even though they're awful, because they will be of his house. And we don't have to honor that betrothal. The entire point here is to get him out of this faction. There we go. We're now allied to him, which gets him out of the faction. Perfect. Now I'm assuming... yeah, he's wheezing and hunchbacked, whereas Mila is hale. Okay. Hale is good. Oh. This guy declared on us. Interesting. Vladimirian conquest of the Duchy of Vepsia. Okay, so Vladimir is over here. Now, the reason he considers himself able to do this is because of his ally. I'm not clear who his ally is, but he himself is not strong enough to do this. And this is because we still have that issue where our number of troops is drastically reduced for reasons. I'm assuming it has something to do with our vassal levy contribution. Something like that. But yeah, that's the thing. So that's autonomous vassals. Gotcha. Okay, so we definitely want to call on our ally, Chieftain Jallo, into this here. And he's the ally that we just created. We can actually ransom this guy, and we're going to do that. This is really awkward timing for us, though. Really awkward timing. So the King of Bohemia can bring in another 2,400 troops. That's not hugely beneficial. Who is this guy allied to? The King of Sweden, with whom we are currently fighting in this crusade. Is he even eligible to join this war? And even if he is eligible to join this war, what exactly... or where exactly is he going to come from? Over here? I guess we'll see if he can join the war, but we're fighting in a war with him as is. So we'll raise up our troops over here. Okay, this is the King of Yugra, and that is expected. Okay. And we can also call on this guy who... okay, that's the same guy. Right. Just want to check over here. So that's Chieftain. Oh, right. We can't call in our vassal. That's right. Okay, so this guy is gathering his troops, and we're gathering ours. We're down to 4K troops currently. Now, I'm wondering what our control is here currently. 79.8. We're going to keep that there for now, but we definitely want to switch our marshal to mustering troops soon enough. We will probably win this. Okay. So the King of Sweden just changed. Which invalidated this guy. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So this is a tribe. These are tribal troops. So that means that these troops are likely to be pretty crappy. Then again, our troops are pretty crappy. Okay. He's locked in going this way. This is his capital, though. He's going to have to go around. How's our siege progressing? Relatively quickly. That siege event may or may not be a very good thing for us. Max of 2 months left. There's a small breach in the walls now. I think we capture this guy's capital before he does anything. Now we're losing money right now, which is very, very unfortunate. I'd really prefer that we did not. Son of King Budo? Okay. Max of 25 days left on this siege. Where is he going? Oh, this is our ally, isn't it? Vassal in our realm. Oh, we control this. Okay. Well, that explains where he's going. But we just capped his capital. Now, that was only worth 26%. That's a tribe there. That's a tribe there. Let's split our army in half, since we know exactly where he is. And we're going to do this. He's just going to siege this over here. I'm assuming this is the war goal. What is this duchy? Duchy of Kazan. This isn't even the war goal. This is the war goal up here. Okay. Fascinating. Well, which one of these has the onagers? This army. Fine. He can't keep up with the siege speed, though. Okay, this guy could keep the trait Compassionate, and I think that's what we're going to do. How long on these sieges? Max of 9 months, and max of... should be much shorter. 4 months. Okay. Sounds good. This guy's still walking in over here. Hello, that's a 6k stack. That's a bit frightening. We should have ticking war score on our side very soon, though. We can call our house member into this, and we absolutely should do this. There we go. Because currently, they still outnumber us pretty heavily, and that's mostly because this guy is in the war. This guy here. Okay. This is, again, a really awkward time. I would really prefer to be saving up money right now. We have a max of 2 months left on this siege. They are sieging over here, and I'm absolutely fine with this. The Crusade is still going... well, it's not going quite as well anymore, actually. What do we got going on over here? Whole bunch of nonsense is the answer. Okay. A whole bunch of nonsense over there. We can call on our ally, though. Although he's already in this war. I'm not sure why it's telling us that we can call on him. Okay, I'll dismiss that one then. They do have this 6k stack coming forward. They're out of supplies, though. Supply limit over here is very, very low indeed. Oh, we are currently lacking a marshal. We're going to put the Mayor of Weixla in there, absolutely. And we're going to have him organizing levies. Our control over here is enough. It'll come up on its own. We're at 89 right now. I absolutely want to be doing this currently. Yeah, we're going to move these guys over. These supply limits are so low. We're 43% war score right now. We definitely want to group up here. Okay, we finished the siege. We are backing off. We want to see if these guys are going to split up. Let's get out of here. We're at 63% war score right now, but we need to resupply. Oh man, these supply limits are so bad. I mean, we're taking ticking war score at this point. Fascinating. They're low on supplies, but not as low as we are. Okay, we're going to need to divide into at least like 4 units because of just how terrible the supply limit over here is. And we're going to head over somewhere like this. We're just going to try to stay as far away from these guys as possible while being near the war goal. I'm wondering if these guys are going to come siege back their capital. They're not. That's interesting. Okay. We're below the supply limit at this point now, so we are resupplying. I'm wondering just how many troops will grow to. Not very many is the answer. They're going to start sieging this tribe. The question is, how long can they siege it for? The supply limit there is quite low. Max of 4 months. Okay. I want to raise any additional troops that we have over here. I would also like to potentially hire our Holy Order. They're not available. They must be fighting in the Crusade. That's okay. If all of these guys are going to group up here, they're going to take massive attrition. Now this is kind of baiting here. They're probably going to attack us. But I want to get our supplies up. Yep. As I expected. They're going to attack us. We're bringing in our reinforcements, but I'm not sure we get there in time. Do we get out in time? I think I was too slow on that. I think I was far too slow. Yeah, we don't get out. But we can turn this around by just piling in the reinforcements in theory. It takes so long to get anywhere over here. So very, very long. Yeah, this is just a terrible place to wage war. Just in general. Okay, we're retreating over to here. That's fine, except that we are losing this. I wish I understood why our number of soldiers was cut by like 25%. Or cut to 25%. It's like all of our vassals just stopped providing vassal levies. Which is why I was thinking that maybe it has something to do with our feudal levies, our feudal levy contribution. It's at 12%. Queen of Bavaria. Hang on a moment, though. She has 5,600 troops. She contributes 12% of those, but is only seeing 680 troops that she has total. So it's only seeing the vassals' personal troops, not their overall troops. No wonder this is happening, but it only happened when we switched to feudal and then got into our first war. Huh. So this is only her personal troops, right? So let's take a quick look at her personal holdings. So she holds 5 counties. Let's look at this county. 270 levies. She also holds this county, 225, 342. That's already over the 622. So this isn't even counting all of her personal levies. Because that's 193. Hang on, I'm pulling up a calculator here. 193 plus 225. Let me get over there. 225 plus... where is that? Over here. 342 plus... What was her other county? This one. 270. So her personal troops are 1,030. Including her vassal levies, she can arrange 5,100 troops. How is 1,030 or 5,174, or I guess 5,598, 622? Neither of those numbers are 622. Is it modified by her opinion of us? Levies and tax are reduced as we are not her rightful liege. She wants her liege to hold the Empire of Germania, since her primary title, Kingdom of Bavaria, is de jure part of that empire. I see. Huh, so that's where the problem is coming in at. And that's what I wasn't understanding. That is definitely not a thing in CK2. So that's also the case for Novgorod. Also the case for Hungary. He wants it to be the Empire of Carpathia. Novgorod wants it to be the Empire of Russia. Croatia wants it to be the Byzantine Empire, which of course we're nowhere near holding. Bohemia is giving us his correct number of troops, except he isn't. Hang on. His troops aren't reduced, but we're seeing 625 total troops, but that says 627, but he has 2805 troops. His personal titles, he holds 3 counties. I'm going to track this down. This guy holds 3 counties. He holds this one, which is 198 troops. Let's clear this. So 198 plus... Let's see. What else does he hold? He holds this one, which is 174 plus 174 plus... He has one more. Which county is it? County of Munster. Over here. And here he has multiple holdings. So he holds this one personally. So that's plus 110. And then there's also the city over here that he doesn't hold. There's this city that he doesn't hold. There's actually no barony holding here. It's baffling. Okay, is there any other... Oh, he holds this over here. 177. So, plus 177. 659 is what I got. So we need to go in here. Vassals. King of Bohemia. It's ballpark. I feel like this is a bug. Because I get the levies and tax being reduced to us here, right? That makes sense. Even so, this guy has 2,500 troops, and we're only seeing 115 here. We do have this Republic vassal, we don't care. So... I mean, this doesn't say how much it's being reduced by. Unfortunately. I wish that it did. But the King of Bohemia isn't being reduced. He has a lowered opinion because he's not on our council. But this guy is on our council, and he has the same thing going on. 2244... And this is only seeing 192 troops. I think that this is a bug. Or this is a mechanic that I'm really not getting. Like, for example, here, we see 70 troops. But she's got 1,600. I mean, sure, some of those are ally troops. She's got 1,286. But we only see 70, and she's got a 25% contribution. So 1286 divided by, or actually multiplied by 0.12, she should be contributing 154 troops to us, if we round that down. She's contributing 17. Less than 10% of what she should be contributing. Huh. I know that it felt super weird that we suddenly got so weak. That's definitely true. So I'm just wondering, what exactly is happening here? If anyone's got any ideas, please let me know, because this is absolutely baffling. These numbers do not add up. We're only getting 3769 from vassals. King of Bohemia. Oh, okay, this is the number that they're actually giving us. I'm confused by that bottom number then. Total levy is 627, contribution 25%, and then 156. So 625 times 0.25 is 156. So yeah, that is... He's contributing 625 troops. And then 25% contribution of that. So why are we getting a 25% malice here? Or a 75% malice, rather. Because he should be contributing 625 troops. But he's actually, I believe, contributing 156. So it's this red bar here. We're getting the blue bar, we're not getting the red bar. And I don't know why, especially in cases like the King of Bohemia. The man is our ally. And why is this number, the total levies number, not equivalent to this number? 2487. Let's take that 2487 number, 2487 times 0.25. That gives us 621.75. That's ballpark this number. But why is it apparently getting multiplied by another 25%? That's the question. We're not over our vassal limit. His opinion of us is pretty decent. We're his de jure liege. Similarly, I think we've got the taxation going on here. Because if we look at this guy, he's gaining 3.3 per month. Taxable income is 5.0. And he contributes 11% of that. Okay, that's fair enough. That seems to be working okay. Huh. Now, her contribution is only 12%, and that is because of the not rightful liege. That cuts it in half. I understand that. But here's the thing. She has 2,400 max troops, okay? So we're going to use 2,400 here, and we're going to multiply that by 0.12, which is... Actually, we're going to go 0.125, because that is half of 0.25, which is her current levy rate. That gives her 300. So where does this 395 number come from? And why is that then multiplied by the 12% contribution? That's what I'm not understanding here. Is where does that 395 number come from? And here, where does this 625 number come from? And why is it 627 here? Baffling. If anyone has any idea what's going on there, please let me know. For now, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here and do some research on that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I'll see you all next time, where hopefully I'll have an answer.